This is Ise-Ekiti in Ekiti State, southwest Nigeria. This ancient community is the traditional home of Eluwade, also known as Akeluse, by the inhabitants. Akeluse was a great warrior in the ancient Oyo Empire. Ise-Ekiti is divided into three quarters: Oraye, Odese, and Erinwa. Our interest in this agrarian community is an illustrious daughter who played significant roles in the development of our people as well as the land. Mama Dorcas Ajiun Abe was a daughter of Baba Abraham and Mama Ariyele Abe. The father hailed from Odomaberu area of Oraye quarters, while the mother was from Inoda quarters in the town. Mama Dorcas' mother was the first Ìyá Ẹgbẹ́ of St. Paul's Anglican Church, Ise-Ekiti.
Ìyá wọn lóbìnrin àkọ́kọ́ tó máa ní páànù sílé nísẹ̀. Ìyá wọn ni ìyá ẹgbẹ́ St. Paul's Anglican Church nísẹ̀. So ó jẹ́ obìnrin tó lẹ́wà tó dẹ̀ popular, tó dẹ̀ láìké èèyàn kàwé. So mama Dorcas ó jọ ìyá wọn púpọ̀, kan yá mọ̀yàn ni o. Màmá ní ọ̀yàyà púpọ̀, ó nífẹ̀ẹ́ èèyàn, ó lawọ́ sí tó kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀. Tó máa ń bọ̀ láti wọ́n lo Humber, tó máa ń bọ̀ láti Ìkirè ńgbà yẹn, tó máa ti dé báyìí ilé akún ni káà tó dẹ̀ rè nígbà yẹn nìyẹn. We are talking about 50 years ago.
Yes.
Ilé akún, oríṣiríṣi aṣọ, kò sí ẹni tó máa gbàgbé tí ò ní raṣọ wá fún. Kò sí ẹni tí ò bá fún láṣọ á fún wọn lówó. Inú mi àtẹ̀ ti dùn because mo mọ̀ pé mo ti ní freedom. Kò sẹ́ni tó lè nà mí, kò sẹ́ni tó lè fọwọ́ kàn mí. A ní Àjíkẹ́ mi wá jókòó, màá ti jókòó sọ́dọ̀ wọn. Màmá tẹ̀lé wọn kiri gbogbo ibi tó máa ti lọ. Màmá láìkí kí èèyàn dára, inú ẹ̀ mọ́ sí nǹkan dáadáa. Tó bá ń ṣe dáadáa inú màmá dùn sí ẹ. Ẹ rí i pé gbogbo àwọn àbúrò wọn yẹn tó wà lọ́dọ̀ wọn wá rí i pé wọ́n ṣègbéyàwó fún wọn. Tó bá ń wáṣẹ́ wọn á bá yàn wáṣẹ́. Kò síṣẹ́ tẹ̀ ń wá àwọn èèyàn tó mọ̀ rí wọn á bá wọn wáṣẹ́. Because kò síbi tí màmá ò lè wọ̀, kò sí ẹni tí màmá ò mọ̀. Ikú wọn dẹ̀ jẹ́ kàyéfì fún gbogbo wa. In fact, òun ni star ilé yẹn at that time. She was the star of the family. She was the umbrella of the family.
Káre òye mi, ó mo ṣeré òye mi. Yémi ṣe nínú mi ẹ̀ mọ̀ ọ̀dọ̀ kòrónà lè. Káre òye mi, ayẹyẹ ọmọ. Káre òye mi.
Out of curiosity, we moved into various quarters to interact with relatives of this woman described not only as a rallying point, but also a great impact on our people. We were able to speak with Daddy Joseph Eluwade Abe and Mrs. Bolanle Fasun, while interesting story by Ebenezer Adebayo Abe reflected on how Mama Dorcas Abe influenced his life.
The late Sister Dorcas Ajiun Abe is my sister, and we were very, very close. As far back as 1956, we were together in Warri. Yes, with our senior brother. As far back as 1956, we were together in Warri. By then I was in primary 6. During the time Awolowo was set up free education. From there, I went to Brutu. But by then, she has refused. Not that she refused, but she was no more interested in going to school. Going to school.
Okay.
She learned sewing mistress and tailoring. After that, 1967, she got married to late Williams. Still, we are very, very close. And by then, the husband was transferred to Igogo as a teacher, but she was not interested in going to that place. Eventually, people decide on that what do I do? What do I do? But definitely, and by God's grace, she became, at least during that period, a notable woman.
Baba Joseph Eluwade took me to Ibadan in 1966. We were at Ibadan when Mama came to Ibadan in 1968 with the husband and my little sister, Monisola Eluwade. When Mama came, Mama saw the way I was just roaming about, and I was living with a bachelor. Mama said, Olu, this boy life will be wasted if he continues to stay with you. So Mama took me from Eluwade to be living with her at Badebo Close, Ibadan. So when I got to the house, she took me as her son, though we are the same father. And Moni also saw me as a senior brother. So I was with them at that place. Probably if he not pick me up at that time, maybe my life would have been ruined because I was more or less a lone ranger. I will move from Nolende to Dugbe to Gbagi to other places. I won't even go to school, and that never knew. But when mommy took me to a place, everything changed. At the beginning, I never found it easy because somebody was very free. Now being controlled and monitored and trained. Today, I thank God by His grace, from elementary to secondary school to university, and I ended up in a principal of a school. I retired. Even to God be the glory, I won the best principal in Nigeria in 2019. So I still gave her that honor, that at least, even if she never knew when I was growing academically, she was more or less the one that pilot my elementary education. Also, my elder sister also came to Ibadan. From there to Ikire, we were there together. That house was always bubbling with people. One thing I observed that time was that mommy used to have many visitors. It was when I am now grown up that I understood what it means. That if he was not generous, accommodating, somebody that used to giving, people will not be trooping a house the way they were doing that time, both young and old. At a point, I was at Ibadan. Sister Bolanle, now Mrs. Fasuma, also came to Ibadan. That time I think she was from one assembly. We were together. So Mama was a very good family member.
Mama Dorcas was the immediate sister of my father, and the last born of the last born of Ariyele, Mama Ariyele. who happened to be my grandmother. Mama was a mother to me. She was very humane, very nice, beautiful woman, very fashionable. In fact, she was the gem of the family and a pillar that we all leaned on. I remembered very vividly when I was young. Anytime she's home, I'm always, at peace with myself. And I always want her to be home because my father will want to punish me for one thing or the other. But she would never allow it. And eventually I will have to travel with her to Ikire, where she stayed. And at that time, most of the time, my birthday falls between August. And Mama used to celebrate my birthday. Plenty of drinks. We invite children, new clothes, and I was always looking forward to celebrating my birthday in her place. She was a philanthropist. She lived as if she knew she would die very early. You have plenty to eat in the house. She welcomes visitors at any time of the day, and you dare not leave the house without eating. And I remember when I was young, anytime I visit, we have to travel to Ashejire to buy fish. The driver will be driving
from where to Ashejire?
From Ikire to Ashejire. I will be at the back seat. And immediately we enter the vehicle, the hair tie will just put on my head. She loved me so much, and she never called me my name. She used to call me Akmoke, Ajike, all these keke names, just to show the love she has for me. And she wouldn't want anybody to touch me, including my father, or to beat me. I remember a day, she was not home. I followed, because she had a lot of mates serving her. Both biological, I won't call them sisters, cousins, they're always there. So I followed them to the stream. And when we were coming back, I insisted carrying a bucket of water. Mama was very, very much annoyed. And she said I could. Ẹ má gbé omi kankan lórí ọmọ mi o. Ẹ má gbé kankan lórí ọmọ mi o. Immediately she took the water and threw the water away. She took the bucket from my hand and threw the water away. So you can imagine the kind of love she had for me. I was her pet. I was really her pet. She had certain belief concerning my birth, which I'm not going to say here, certain belief concerning me, my personality. And she held that belief throughout her life and until she died.
Bàbá kan ló bẹ̀ mí lọ. Kékeré bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ti mú mi kó lọ́sẹ̀. Kì mọ̀ ya gbé lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀. Ògbè kì mọ̀ dàgbà. Kò ló mú mi ọkọ. Torí àtijọ́, ọ̀nìkẹ́ ìyé rẹ̀ bá ti kọ́ fẹ́, ẹ̀gbọ́n rẹ̀ kò jẹ́ iye yọ, òun ló àfẹ́. Òun ló mú mi ọkọ. Mọ̀ á lé. Mọ̀ ya ṣèyàwó. Ìgbìmọ̀dé ṣèyàwó tán. Mọ̀dé padà sí Sódálẹ̀. Torí Ògùn State ilẹ̀ ọkọ mẹ́rin àlógbẹ̀. Forestry lọ́tẹ̀ ìṣòṣẹ́. So ó tọ́jú mi lóka o. Ó tọ́jú mi dáadáa. Torí kékeré ló ti mú mi tira. Mo ṣe rírí, mo ṣe ìyàwó, mo ṣe kékeré. Ó tọ́jú mi lóka. Ògbèkèmọ́ rẹ̀ ọlé ọkọ. Òun náà láàyè tẹ́rẹ̀. èmi náà láàyè tèmi tó gbẹ̀ka rẹ̀ já o kò nù ṣíṣe a ò yẹ ẹ̀ ṣeun àyábalẹ̀ station ọkọ rẹ̀ líkìrì ní 1970 àyábalẹ̀ láàyè ọkọ rẹ̀ títí lọ́mọ ẹ̀ tí ọ lé ọkọ.
For Baba Joseph Fadamsi, a retired official of National Youth Service Scheme, the youths and upcoming leaders in the community and beyond should emulate the woman who left the world earlier than expected, but with great impact.
Embodiment of humility, very honest, dutiful. She was hardworking. She is a lover of spouse, and he loved all her relatives.
Àbúrò mi ló jẹ́, ó dẹ̀ jẹ́ ó jẹ́ ènìyàn dáadáa, ó jẹ́ ẹni tó kóni mọ́ra, ó dẹ̀ ní ọ̀yàyà. Òun pẹ̀lú dádì MS Abe, wọ́n jọ jẹ́ ọmọ ìyá, wọ́n fẹ́ràn ara gan-an. Tó bẹ́ẹ̀ nígbà tó kú, aṣọ tó wà lọ́rùn ọ̀gá yẹn odidi ọdún kan ló fi lò láì bọ́ aṣọ yẹn sálẹ̀. Ọlọ́run ló kàn ní ọkàn jẹ́ pé ọ̀pọ̀ ènìyàn ò ní ó jẹ́ kí Ṣífẹ́mi àti Abẹ́ kó bá àbúrò rẹ̀ Dọ́kàsì yẹn kó bá kú torí wọ́n fẹ́ràn ara gan. Ìyẹn ni pé òun nìkan ló kù lọ́mọ ìyá ẹ̀. Then ẹni tí wọ́n bí lé MS Abíyẹn gan, tí wọ́n bí lé ọ̀gá mi MS Abíyẹn gan, Adéyanjú lórúkọ rẹ̀, ó ti kú ní kékeré. So Dọ́kàsì yẹn ló wá, òun nìkan ló kù fún, tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé wọ́n fẹ́ràn ara gan.
Ìyá mi làkọ́bí ìyá wọn, wọ́n bí bàbá Abe lé mọ̀mọ́ yẹn mọ́dà mi kan tó yẹ̀yẹ̀ wá bí àǹtí Dọ́kàsì. Àwọn mẹ́ta yẹn nìyá wọn bí obìnrin méjì ọkùnrin kan tó sò mú mi mọ́ra gẹ́gẹ́ bí àbúrò tó ń bí tẹ̀lé ló ṣe ń tírìtì mi nígbà yẹn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé last born ti yá òun bí tẹ̀lé òun torí ọmọ ẹ̀gbọ́n rẹ̀ ní mo rí ìyá kan bàbá kan so láìkì mi gan-an. Ìgbà kan gan wà gan tí mo fẹ́ lọ join sójà tí mo mú ọ̀rẹ́ mi kan dání dá lọ Ìbàdàn náà ń gbé nígbà yẹn. Mi ò sọ fún pé mo wá join sójà. So àti dé ibi náà ti fẹ́ gbà wá mi mọ̀ bó ṣe gẹ̀ẹ́tì bó ṣe wá mú mi nìyẹn tó mú mi sọ́wọ́ kan padà sákúrẹ́ pé ṣé ojú mọ̀tá yá join sójà kò gbà ó sò fẹ́ràn mi gan-an. Gbàkọ́dẹ̀ Ìlíkiri náà wọ́n máa ń wá lọ màá lọ kí bó ṣe mú mi bí ọmọ nìyí. Ìdẹ̀sí kan tí mo bèrè tó kì í ṣe fún mi.
Àní dáadáa lè yẹ ọkọ mi nínú ìròyìn gan kì mọ́ gbọ́ lóògùn délé ọ̀nìkan ní yàyà kọ̀dẹ̀ kó gbogbo èrò mọ́ra ẹ̀ ta ní sọnù gbogbo ènìyàn lọ́nà rẹ̀ ọ̀fànìyàn mọ́ra ọ̀dẹ̀ kébí jọ ẹ̀ ta ẹbí kankan sọnù lọ́mọdé làgbà lébí nílé ìyá nílé bàbá okun ọmọra.
The story about this woman would keep attracting anyone who values respect for family and one's roots. Mama Dorcas Abe was not only a committed community leader, but also a devout Christian who played significant roles in the development of the church. This is the harvest certificate she backed in 1967 as the chairperson of the harvest ceremony for that year, a sign of her commitment to the work of God. And now that it's 50 years that Mama left us, how much have the people left behind felt the vacuum created by her exit? The emotions displayed by Baba Joseph Eluwade Abe and Mama Bolanle Fasun, as well as Mama Oyeyemi Adebayo, emphasized and underlined the place of Mama Dorcas Abe in the heart of our people.
Unfortunately, after so many struggles, she became sick, and the husband then, who was a produce examiner, was transferred to Ikire. You know, the whole western region was together. So from Ikire, she was there. Then she gave birth to other 2 children. But unfortunately, I was transferred to Osogbo from Ibadan. Then the daughter was with me in Osogbo. But when she felt sick, I was not consulted. And after the death, UCH Ibadan, I was called to come to Ibadan. Well, I didn't know what happened, but when I got to UCH, I wouldn't say anything. I went up, down, this and that. People were just deceiving me, they didn't tell me. But at a point, around 9 p.m., one nurse said, "What are you looking for? What is it, sir?" I said, "My sister, they say she's sick, she's here, this and that." She just stepped, I said, "I'm sorry." She passed away so this morning. In fact, it was as if I never heard of that passing away. I didn't even understand. From the first story of teaching hospital in those days, I came down, I didn't know where to go. Well, I just don't know where to go. I decided to go to Ogunpa to go and board. But I thank God.
Okay.
The few children she left behind are doing well. That is all I can say.
Ìgbà tó ń ṣaláìsí tó ń gbọ́jọ́ náà ṣèkórè ní Ọ̀ráyè St. Paul's Ọ̀ráyè ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì kú ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì tú ọdún kan ni bàbá mi fi ṣọ̀fọ̀ màmá aṣọ kan tó wọṣọ kan fún ọdún kan gbangba kò ṣe aṣọ tán fi sọ fún kò ṣe ń jẹ bàbá dákú òun náà fi di èrò UCH ikú Mọ̀dọ́kàsí ni bàbá fi di èrò UCH and it was a turnaround pípa tí èèyàn ṣe wà bẹ̀rẹ̀ from the scratch bàbá mi ò mọ̀ pé wọ́n sick ó lọ kí ẹnìkan ní UCH ló wá rí wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ nǹkan ṣoṣo sáà ń sọ fún bàbá ni pé kán tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ wọn o ẹgbẹ́ wọn ní fẹ̀yìn ni àkọ́bí Aríyèlé wọ́n wá bí Sunday àbí tó jẹ́ bàbá mi dẹ̀ wọ́n wá bí Mọ̀dọ́kàsí tó jábí gbẹ̀yìn bàbá mi náà ti kú ṣùgbọ́n ikú Mọ̀dọ́kàsí ó dá wàhálà lẹ̀ fún bàbá mi ó fẹ́ sọ wọ́n di aláàárẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣe dáadáa gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wọn yẹn náà wọ́n lọ Mẹ̀dúgùrì wọ́n wá wọn lọ pé ẹ̀yìn Mọ̀dọ́kàsí ò gbúdọ̀ bàjẹ́ ṣùgbọ́n ikú ẹ̀ ó wà fẹ́ ti grandfather mi tó bá ti jí akétò pé ikú ẹ̀ báyé òun jẹ́.
Ikú yẹn jẹ́ ikú tó ya ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ lẹ́nu èmi pàápàá lásìkò yẹn gan-an ikú rẹ̀ ó dùn mí lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n kò sí nǹkan kan tá a lè rí ṣe jù pé mo dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run ṣì fẹ́ máa ṣàbí ó tẹ́kì àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ dáadáa nígbà tó kú ó tọ́jú wọn dáadáa torí Àdìkẹ́ wà ní kékeré nígbà tó kú sì wà lọ́mọ ọwọ́ Àdìkẹ́ ò mọ ìyá rẹ̀ rárá kò mọ ìyá rẹ̀ ó wà lọ́mọ kékeré ọmọ kékeré tó sì ń mọmú lọ́wọ́ ni nígbà tí ìyá ẹ̀ kú ọ̀gá MS Abe àti Mrs. Abe àwọn ló tẹ́gẹ̀ ọmọ yẹn títí tó fi dàgbà tó dẹ̀ fi lọ́lé ọkọ àwọn ló mọ̀ bó ṣe live so nípa bẹ́ẹ̀ nǹkan Dọ́kàsí jẹ́ ènìyàn dáadáa tó kó tó kó ẹbí àti gbogbo àwọn àbúrò mọ́ra. Ó dẹ̀ jẹ́ ẹnìkan tó ní ìwà ìrẹ̀lẹ̀, ó dẹ̀ lójú àánú. Ìyàwó mi tó wà lọ́dọ̀ mi báyìí, ìgbà tí wọ́n sọ Mọ́rákinyọ̀ lórúkọ, ó sì wà nílé àwọn òbí ẹ̀ nígbà yẹn. Ṣùgbọ́n èmi ló ní kó wá pé a fẹ́ sọ ọmọ lórúkọ. Ibẹ̀ náà ló ti dàbẹ́ ni pé mo ti rí dọ́kàsì kan yìí, torí ó ti wà ní Kire nígbà yẹn. Ó kàn wá láti wá sọ ọmọ lórúkọ nígbà yẹn kó dẹ̀ padà. So kò pẹ́ púpọ̀ tí wọ́n sọ Mọ́rákinyọ̀ lórúkọ tán nígbà tó kú. So ilé wa jẹ́ kí ìbànújẹ́ yẹn gan kó pọ̀ nígbà yẹn gan gidi.
Gbẹ̀ka ara rẹ̀ èdè yá. Ọlọ́run ara rẹ̀ yá. Lórí ẹ̀gbádùn ní mẹ́ra kan fọ ara ìtì rẹ̀ mẹ́yà o. Kéṣe ní ara rẹ̀ yá. Ọkàlẹ̀ alẹ́ aṣọ ìjọ àṣẹ ẹ̀pá mi gbòòrò tàríkù àtọgbẹ́hùn náà lẹ́yìn mọ̀ tí lé ọ̀dọ̀ ọkọ. Ìmọ̀nìní àríkẹ́ni ò lẹ́tọ́lọ́ ló gbẹ̀hùn. Àríkẹ́ni lẹ́tọ́lọ́ àwọn ránṣẹ́ sí mi níbi kìmẹ̀ àfọ ẹgbọ́n rẹ̀ ya mọ̀ alẹ́ àbí mọ̀ asọ̀dọ̀ rẹ̀ lẹ́ Kire ló gbẹ̀hùn. Kire ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Kire nìkan ni mo ti yá ṣe ìyàwó kò ti yá ṣe ìyàwó kò mí. Kire ni ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀ lókọ́ èdè ṣẹlẹ̀ tèmi dè ayé àtúgbẹ́hùn lọ lókàlùkù rẹ̀ tí láàyè tẹ̀lé.
Ikú ẹ̀ ṣì ń dùn mí títí dèní. Nígbà táwọn méjì yẹn ti lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀mí rẹ̀ lọ́ọ́ yẹ kí kù sáyé, òun ló kọ́kọ́ lọ. So bí tí àìsàn yẹn wà nìyẹn.
When you are talking about Aunty Dorcas, I wanted to shed tears because she left unexpectedly when she was young.
How did she leave?
I don't know. I was at Ife when I heard the sudden news. I don't know what to do. So when you said by now it will be next year, it will be 50 years. That's it. I think he passed on in 1972. Abi? That's exactly. So what we are going to do is continue to pray, and we should not lose hope. We should not think of failure before you lay our hands on anything. That is protagonist, not defections, anti-experimental. Do not think of failure before you venture.
One major observation of our crew in the ancient town of Ise-Ekiti, the traditional home of Ajiun, also known as Akinlose, is the fact that the entire Abe family remains a united one with a focus on ensuring that the degree is built upon.
Ọmọ wa ọmọ ẹkùn ọmọ ọbẹ ni mọta mọra ń kẹrẹ ń da ṣòróróróróróróró ọmọ gbogbo mọjà gbọmọ ní burúkú olú àgbàgbà òbèrú léwu bí èsì ìmẹ́rẹ̀ gọ̀gọ̀ ẹ̀yìn rẹ̀ bó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe bàbá mi léwu lẹ́yìn dé ọmọ ẹlẹ́sìn sún ẹ̀yìn ìgbè ìròyìn kéré ọ̀nà bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀yìn dẹ̀sẹ̀ fún.
Ọmọ wa ọmọ ẹkùn san òbúradì ọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀wá akẹ́nẹ́mọ̀ pọ́nyìn kò gbére yọ ọ̀nà kàgórí mọ́lẹ̀kọ́ yẹn bọ́ra wíjọ́ láàfin eku ọwọ́ tẹ̀sìmìrìn kémi wọ́n tójú kòtó ọ̀dàdé lójú kòtó kòtòkòtòkòtò ọ̀nà lọ́jọ́ ságèjì kùnrin ọmọ rúbọ kéye rẹ̀ kárùfín àná ẹ̀ àrùfún ẹbọ ẹ̀ àrùfún ẹ̀dà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ òsì àjòkó ìka ọmọ olígi sóòdè òjọmú ọmọ olígi sóòmọ̀ ẹ̀pọ̀ rárá òdì rẹ̀ ọmọ ọlọ́jà méjì kì í ọ̀nà lọ́rẹ̀jọ́ ògùn iná mọ́kọ́ṣẹ́ àná mòrìrì ọ̀ráyè ògùn ọmọkọ́ṣẹ́ gbọjà ọ̀yìnyín lọ́gbà ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́ ló àmì ò máa sin o yéyéyéyé yéé.